I don't like violence, Tom. I'm a businessman. Blood is a big expense.
This street music, yeah. Bully gutter with it. Got parquet flow, I'm butter with it. Bang the razor off the hip, box cutter with it. Beef and broccoli on the feet, fatigue color with it. Mama said I'm nutty like a payday. Streets say I bring the drama like K-Slade. Keep bananas for you monkeys, A.K.A. Have you calling for help? Mayday. Been dynamite since JJ. Throw the deuce to you rappers like Ray. Deuce, nigga. I run these streets like a marathon. Bring big crowds out like Farrakhan.
Yes, once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers for watching another edition of Media Monster TV Club Chats. I've been getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of love in the streets, a lot of love in the clubs, a lot of love everywhere. I want to thank everyone for making this a magnificent experience for me. You know what I'm saying? It came up with an idea to actually highlight different things in the club, highlight different artists, and people have definitely been reaching out to me. So I'm gonna introduce my guest that I have today. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a great personality. I met him over several months now. I've been seeing him in different venues, and he always shows Media Monster love. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs from the camera. His music is great. Right now I want to introduce my guest, Bully. D-Block.
Yeah. What's good, fam? What's good?
All right. What's good?
You know, same old chilling.
Yeah, so let's start from the beginning, right? How did you get the nickname Bully? You know what I mean? Let's go into how the name came about.
How the name came about was, you know, I was Big Man, A.K.A. the Big Bully. And Sheik always like, you know, one day he was like, yo, it's too many, everybody got that big name, you know, Big Mike, Biggie, the big joint. He like, just take that off and just say Bully.
Right.
I said, ooh. But I'm like, I like Bully with something, and so I just came up, you know, the slogan. If they know me, they know what I say, you know, and that's how that happened. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you a big dude. Is that from calisthenics?
This is,
you know,
I'm
bench press.
Hey, I'm 400 pounds.
What?
Even. Yeah. So I'm not your average. You know, I work out, and I was, you know, we born big. My family is, you know, real big and everything.
Right.
My nephew, he plays for the Vikings. You know what I mean? Jim Kennedy.
Okay. Oh, that's your nephew.
That's my nephew.
Okay, that's
great.
I
got a big family.
Right.
You know, and you know, we just big boned it, and then I work out at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. You got to stay in shape. With you know, being on stage and going back and forth and everything.
Right.
Yeah. That's
okay. That's love.
Yeah.
So, let's take it into the music field. Like, who are some of your favorite artists that influence your music, your style, and gave you inspiration to even get into the music game?
Okay, we're gonna go to, let's start with, you know, Big Daddy Kane.
Okay, we taking it back, right?
Yeah, Run DMC, Rakim, LL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Biggie, The Lox, X. So we, you know, all through there, like that whole experience was like I said, you know, listening, you know, I used to sneak and listen to the radio because I was down south, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With my grandmother. Right. So you turn off that music, turn off that devil music.
Turn up that devil music,
so,
hip hop.
From there, I just sneak and then just sit in the chair, listen, yeah. And I felt it ever since. Since then, like I knew I wanted to get out and be somebody, you know, not thinking about I just loved the music.
Right.
And music was part of me, and I always been part of music.
Okay.
Okay. You know, all the way to school. My man Marlon Brando, rest in peace, you know, from Sporty Thieves.
Right.
We used to work at the Thruway at Burger King and stuff. So
yeah.
I used to bebop and I used to bang on you know, while we supposed to be working.
Right. I know how it is.
Yeah. And we was both in music class, and we always rhymed. We were like, yo, one of us gonna get on.
One of us gonna
you know,
get on.
And he popped off first, you know, Sporty Thieves. So
yeah,
that was another, you know, part of my life that I like. My life was a good experience, you know.
Right.
I love everything about my life that happened, you know.
Gotcha.
Everything happens for a reason.
Right. Now, were you born and raised in Yonkers?
Yeah.
Are you originally from YO?
I'm originally from YO.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Now, what hood are you from in YO? What part of Yonkers?
Whitney Young. 354 in the
okay.
You know,
Okay.
right there, the 2 buildings, the car wash, the D-Block car wash.
Right, that's official.
So yeah. I've been there for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And that's where the Locks grew up at.
Right.
And they from.
Gotcha.
So, it wasn't just he raps, we live here, we with Bad Boy. Come on. No,
right.
I earned every step of the way. You know. I didn't just, it wasn't no fools, yo, come on, you with us. Nah.
Right, just because you from the same hood,
yeah,
from
it
the
was
same
like
building, right.
Like at the time Philly had, they had Bad Boy, the whole Jay-Z and them, he just was putting Philly on the map.
Right.
So Bad Boys was popping and DMX was popping, Yonkers was just popping. It was getting it. Everybody like, oh, the hardest come from Yonkers.
Yonkers, right.
So Philly cats was like, we hard too. So they came to Yonkers to like the battle people. They was looking for everybody coming through hoods and giving it to them.
Right, try to eat
They stopped in our hood and, it was me, my man Shaq, and my man Duck, and we gave it to him right there, and it wasn't even no beef. It was love.
It was love.
And the funny thing to come find out, like I said, I was reading the Source magazine one day, and I'm looking. I said, yo, these are the cats we used to battle. Major figures. Now they major figures. I'm like,
Philly.
wow.
Right.
They
end up getting a deal. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's funny now when we see each other. I see Spade. He's with Little Kim.
Right. Okay.
So it was like when I bumped into Little Kim. We was at her crib, matter of fact.
Yeah.
So when she came to the door, she like, I'm Lil' Kim, like, all right. But we already knew each other from the summer jams.
Right.
But it's just now I'm at her house at the studio.
Right.
And it was so funny that he came in the studio like, Bully. I'm like, yo, like, yo, Dutch. He like, oh, So it was always love, like, and it's love. I'd be happy to see people that, before they was on or just like was in the grind with me at the same time, and we just collide, and it's always love. It's never, this kid it was always stories. So Kim even had stories like, oh, that's what y'all was talking about then?
Right.
Like, yeah. So he tells the story, and I tell the story. So when we see each other, you hear other people like, yeah, I heard the story that you and the Philly cats and this. Like, yeah, that's my man.
That's love.
So
love,
it's
man.
always
That's
love. You know what I mean?
So now, how did the D-Block situation formulate? Because see, a lot of times, like you said, a lot of times it's a lot of work. I mean, dudes, like you might have been around for 5 or 10 years. You might have been just, around them on your grind, just showing people that, listen, I can be that artist. How did the D-Block situation come together as far as you
that came together
being a part of the team?
As after the battle and they seen that it was hunger, they seen the grind, they seen like, yeah, you can hold it on your own. So it's now like, anybody can spit on the streets. When you get into that booth, it's a whole different ball game.
Right.
So it's like, let's see what you could do on the track and in the booth. So it was the song Styles brought me in. It was the song called Nobody. And this was the first time I met Bucky, Straws, T. Waters. T. Waters down with So Def.
Right.
So at the time, this is before he got the So Def. This is when we all just met. Nobody got a deal. Everybody just hungry. So P had us all in the studio. And it was the song called Nobody. I jumped on it, and Straws jumped on it, and we all jumped on it. And after that, P came out and was like, yo, you and Straws come out the booth. Came out the booth. He like, it was all right, but I need you to come with that hunger, come with that pain, bring it.
Right.
So, instead of getting discouraged or anything like, oh, man, or coming back 3 weeks later, I came back the next day.
Right.
The next day, I'm at the studio door. I'm ready. He like, you ready? All right, so handle your business. So got in the booth, killed it, and from there, he was like, wow, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love that hunger. He seen it. He seen the fire.
Right.
And after that, Luch came and he heard it, and it was just like from there, everybody just started clicking, and now I've been going on the road with him and everything, and from there, it went to me being on Styles' first album.
Okay.
Then Chic album, and then Kiss album, to be doing the No Security album.
Right.
And just working. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
so,
official.
Yeah.
That's
it was
official.
A big thing.
Right.
So I earned it. It wasn't no overnight success or anything,
Right.
It was blood, sweat, and tears. Hard work. Hard work pay off, Right. You pay your dues. I've been there for 5 years and everything. Right. Even though, when Hood was there. So I just waited. Everybody has their turn. So I played my position, stay in the cut, not, and I'm here now.
Right. I know it's official because you got the D Block tattoo.
Oh yeah, I got the
Once you start, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
tattooing,
you stop tattooing.
It's for life.
It's for life.
Yeah.
So you know, I love these three guys. You know,
right.
It's a blessing to be here.
Okay.
And be with them. You know, my first time, you know, get my passport and everything, going overseas. My stop overseas was Croatia.
Croatia. Whoa.
That's my first stamp on my passport, and like I was in a different country, and it was funny because, you know, people, they was not used to say it was probably in a town, one black person.
Right. Only one.
One.
Right.
So when we came there, it was just me and Sheik. And then they seen it on it was the Axe commercial. Okay. You know the Axe commercial?
Right.
It was the chocolate, the dude was chocolate.
Yeah.
So, and they was biting on him. So they called us chocolate candy. They like, chocolate candy, chocolate candy. And he was like, and the little kid was like, big chocolate candy. All right. So, and it was like they was staring. It was like, you know, the guy was telling, he like, don't be offended or anything. It was that they really don't see people unless it's on TV. Right. And, you know, besides the Axe commercial. And then you're big at that. Like, right. So it was like, oh my God, can I touch it?
Right, it's fascinating.
Yeah, it was very fascinating. But, oh man, I had so much fun over there. The people show you love. Right. You know, they didn't know what we was performing. They know, they still stuck on, you know, back then. So you hear a lot of Rakim, you hear all the old school joints. They just get into it. Wow. To them it's new. Right. You know what I mean? To us it's old, but to them it's new, and they love hip hop. You know, they don't know what we saying. They know some words, you know. We did Benjamins. They went crazy.
Oh, they lost their mind.
Yeah, they went crazy, and so it was, you know, it was a good experience. It was fun, and you know, going to Canada and just being all over the place, be on the stage with the Roots. That was a big, when they asked me like, you know, what's like the big accomplishment? And you're like, I like, you know, being on the stage with Black Thought, the Roots, Rozelle.
That's real.
And
that's
doing
real.
a cypher with them.
Right.
So we, you know, we was on the stage, and Styles like, all right, this is Bully. He's like, no, I heard Bully, heard him on your album. So he's like, yo, Bully, spit something to the crowd. Spit something to the crowd. He spit something to the crowd, and Rozelle was bebopping off a beat. Like, he was bebopping. We doing it like that. Cypher passing it around. Was like, yo. Wow. It's like, you know.
It's a whole different height. Whole different height.
It's a whole different feeling.
Right.
Being at the Brooklyn Festival and everything. Performing. I love performance. Yeah. You know. I could be sitting in the chair chilling with you the whole time and be a regular dude, and once I step on that stage, it's a whole different excitement. You be like, yo, I didn't know that was you. Like, I just was talking to you like 5 seconds ago, and like it's an off and on switch. You know, when that light come on, boop, that mic's in your hand. That's why I love music. Right. I love performing. That's my biggest thing. You know, been on tour with Ghostface. We did the whole Ghostface and Chic Luch tour, because, you know, Luch and Ghost is in Def Jam.
Def Jam, right.
And we was up there, so we did the whole, like, good, like 49 states or something like that. Right. That was crazy. And capturing some fans that you never had, it was a great experience. That they embraced you. You know, if some nice Ghost was like, man, y'all took my crowd tonight. You know what? I got you on the next stage. Right. You took my crowd tonight. Like, so it was fun. And Ghost, and Ghost is a real dude. He's down to earth, you know. And it feels good when you meet some of these industry people and they just down to earth. Right. It's no cameras on. Like some when the camera come on, you all got to stunt. You know, they does that.
Right.
But then
for TV.
You get some original dudes just
that's
laughing.
How they are, no matter what. That's just how they are.
Yeah, we have fun. Like, it was one night we was doing a joint for Mello, Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, we was in Denver, and he wanted us to do it for his mixtape. And he was coming out with the 7s, the sneakers. Right. So we went to his house. We was doing a song, whatever, and as we was preparing for doing the song, I'm sitting in the chair, and the chair was, you know, some of these, I can't sit in everybody's chair. Yeah. So I'm sitting on this chair. and it broke. The arm came off. But only one who seen it was Ghost. So Ghost was like, yeah, he breaking that joint up. Luce was like, yeah, his verse was hard. He like, no, he breaking that joint up. So it was like, yo, we was dying laughing. Ghost was like, yo, I never seen that. He like, yo, how much you at? Like 400. He like, nah. He said, I seen my man, he's 400. Or like, you know, I seen big dudes, like, you're not I'm not your average. And the funny thing, you know what, the funny thing, in high school, I did track.
What?
Yeah.
So you fast and you big.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was crazy. And that's why I say, like, with my nephew, he used to play for Roosevelt.
Right.
And he was going to Penn State, I was going to Virginia State. But what happened, the last, we had like a ball game. My own teammate, he was I was tackling the quarterback. He came in straight head first and
oh, the knee, right? The knee injury.
Yeah, so I had to get screws in both of my knee.
Right.
And that's when I thought everything went down the hill, scholarship and everything. But I always was writing. So you know, some days I look at it, I go to my nephew's house and I'm like, you know,
right.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be here.
Right.
I'm gonna have this too. Like, you know, but we have fun, and that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the things that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you mentioned, but one of the main things that I actually captured from everything is that there's a lot of conditioning. There's a lot of things that an artist needs to experience before they actually are put out into the music industry to be on their own. As far as you doing shows, as far as you being around certain elements, you being in the studio like crazy, you being put on albums before, you know what I'm saying, you put your own album out. So I want people to pay close attention to that, because the main thing is that you got to put that work in, you got to do that calisthenic before you can actually be ready for the ring.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not an overnight thing.
Right.
It's not an overnight thing. It's straight up, you know, getting your buzz up. Now you got to get the internet game up.
Right.
So you got to be. I'm just like trying to get heavy on Twitter and Facebook and tweeting, and I just, you know, with tweeting, I'm not, you know, I tweet, but I can't tweet every.
Come on,
I just stepped out the car.
Right.
I'm walking down the street. It seems like a nice day.
Right.
Every few seconds, I can't. You know, some tweeters are just got addicted to it. And I can't. You know, I tell somebody, yeah, I'm going to a show. We tore it down. You know, big shout out to whoever, you know, we was in the show with.
Right.
That's about it. But you got to get that. You get the website. You make sure you stay afloat with the lyrics.
Right.
That's one thing, you know, Styles and Sheik and them and Kiss and them banged on me real hard about, you know, staying afloat with the lyrics. You know, watch the news, read books, watch old school movies. You know, sometimes Luch might give me Education of Sonny Carlson for the first time. Watch it. And you learn, you're like, wow, oh, this is where homie got some of these, you know.
Yes.
You hear where a lot of rappers get some of these stuff from.
Right.
Or you see it.
Right, because I noticed between Jada, Styles, and Sheik, a lot of their material, their metaphors, and their wordplay, they mix a lot of things up.
From news, movies, books.
It's ill. It's real ill how they put their music together.
And there's a lot of people don't do that these days, and that's why I'm glad that I'm built from that circle with them. Right. That they showed me and they allowed me to, like, you know, make my craft better and better every time. Yes. By just do this, do that, do this. It ain't, yo, just, you know, rap. Nah. Right. To getting in that booth I used to spit and I used to go lose my breath. So it's like, nah, take your time, calm down, and now spit it. Let it flow. Let it flow. Now you learn how to let your words flow, and everything don't gotta match, and you know what I mean, cat, hat, bat, sat. Right. You know, how to make like 3 bars. Do 3 bars and then do 3 more bars. That's 6. Do 2 bars. Right. Still 8. Now do like 4 bars. You know what I mean? So you get the whole they play around with it. Yeah, because they play around. You play around with your balls. You can juggle it. Long as it's a 16, you got to know how to juggle it.
Some
whole
people
thing
don't
is
do that. Unorthodox, man. Exactly. The whole D Block family, those three are very unorthodox. That's why they've been around so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what situation they
very
had.
respected and heavy respect.
Yeah, definitely. The streets, the industry, I mean, those, you know, they're D-Block, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some real dudes, man. So, I mean, it's a good thing that you're actually a part of a team and a family that's not just looking at it from a financial gain.
Yeah.
They're really taking time with you, and they're really, like, you know what I mean, just being like a family. This is like we brothers.
Yeah, everybody
you know
want to be rich, you know, but how is it to be like, you know, you could be rich and not be known no more.
Right.
You want to, you know, for me, you know, the fame and being rich is cool, but I want to be like, that you can go back to the archives like, yo, so who was, like 20 years ago, who was that? Yo, man, you know, the locks is always going to be a topic.
Yeah.
From years to come ahead, you know, they gonna always, somebody gonna be like, yo, who was the best spitting back then? Oh, it was Kissing Them, it was the Locks, yo, they used to say this, they used to do that, they did this song, that song, and it's just, it's a blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wanna be like that. I wanna be known like that.
So now that you've been on P's album, Sheik's album, you've been on Jada's album, what do you have, what's planned for you know what I mean, for Bully right now?
For Bully
you got
right
an
now?
album, mixtape, like let the public know what you getting to put out right now.
I got 8 mixtapes coming out. 8
mixtapes.
8 mixtape. I'm tearing up the whole summer. I'm tearing up the summer. I'm going in. I'm tearing up this summer. I'm online, blogging, everything, videos, every DVD. If y'all want to get at me, get at me. The Real Bully at Twitter. You know, I got 2 Twitters.
Right.
Real_Bully.
Yeah.
And the Real Bully at Twitter. My Facebook, I hate to say my government, but you know, if you look on the credits on the album, it's still the same.
Same, right.
It's Donnell Little.
Okay. Donnell
But
Little.
see, that's the funny thing.
Wow.
Yeah. The last name is as being Little, so imagine one day they almost suspended me when I was in school because they was like, yeah, Mr. Little. I'm like, yeah, here. It was like, and the whole classroom started laughing like, that kid's not little at all. I'm like, that's my name. They're like, you want to play? Get out. Go to principal. I'm like, yo, please. And they had to find out, like, you know, his last name is Little. They're like, yo.
Right.
Something funny about that, you know. That always been a joke.
Okay. So you said 8 mixtapes. 8
mixtapes.
Okay.
You know. Videos. I just did SOBs Wednesday with Open Up with Crooked Eye.
Okay.
And the whole, you know, Slaughterhouse was there, Joe Buttons, all of them, Joe Ortiz. It's just, you know, I know a lot of them. I know a lot of people in the game, and it's so funny. It's respect. Sometimes somebody can recognize that your aura and that you just like a cool person. Right. So when they see you, it's like love. I see Buster or Spliff, they like, yo, what's up? Right. We chilling. You know, this is love. Yeah. And it's, you know, it's no groupie joint. Like, you know, you just gotta, when you come in this game, just do what you do. Right. Do you and be you. I only can say be original. Be you. Don't act when the cameras come on, and don't, you know, be something you're not. Because at the end of the day, some people do try you. You know, that's the other part that a lot of people don't know. Right. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. You could talk all this. I'm gangster. I'm this, that, and the third. It's you go to Little Rock and you performing, and somebody might, yo, what's up? You talk that real rah joint, like you are what you are. I'm putting you to the test, like. And I seen it. I seen people put people to the test, and I seen it like, oh look, he ran in the car. Right. You know, like we was true story. We was in Connecticut, and we was doing an in-store for the No Security album. Right. And it was flooded. A lot of people went there. I got hot. I get hot quick. Right. So it's like, I'm like, oh man, I'm going outside. Y'all go ahead and sign. I'll be outside. So he was like, you know, the dudes came up, man, like, yo, what you doing outside? Right. I said, what you mean I'm doing? Man, it's hot. Right. They're like, you don't got no security? Like, for what? What? Right. At the end of the day, I told them, like, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Anywhere you at, it's just how you handle the situation. And it was a mob of them. They like, yo, that's real talk, yo. Yo, we seen wild people come up here with security and all that. They was scared. They tucked their chains in. And, man, you know, I'm my own security at the anyway.
Right.
But still, it'll still be somebody want to test you. But if you come off that way, walking in there, and everybody like they trying to say what's up to you, you don't want to talk to them. They're gonna feel a certain kind of way. But if you show that love, like, you know, sometimes it's most of the dudes who feel you because you was you.
Right.
Like, yo, you seem like a cool dude. Like, word up. You know what I mean? And off the No Security, it was the song called My Brother's Keeper.
Yes.
So it was a dude. I don't know how he got my phone number, but you know, before I used to tell everybody my phone number was on a DVD. Yeah. Call me anytime. So they be like, yo, that's just call me about business. Call me about business and, you know, features to say what up. And they was calling. And it was one dude texting like, yo, my brother died, but the verse off that song, I felt it. I love you for that. So it was like, you know, that was a good, like, wow, I touched somebody.
Right.
But some people don't know how many people they really touch.
Through their music.
Through their music. Some people relate. Like when you listen to the lyrics, a lot of people can relate to what's going on because you keep up. Like I said, that's why I said you got to stay ahead of the game and stay with your, you know, what's going around your surroundings.
Right.
And so you talk about tsunami and all these events that's happening. Some people do feel you, like, you know, the songs you make, and it's like, wow, I felt you. I felt you. Oh, I got through jail because of you.
Right.
You know, my whole life went, you know, passed me by, but I listened to your music that kept me insane. You know what I mean? Kept me straight. You know, it's a good feeling though. At the end of the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, yo, this was a great interview, man. This is one of the realest interviews that I've had, man.
I'm Mr. I told you, I'm Mr. A.K.A. whatever. So it's not hard to get in touch with me. It's not things that I won't do, like, you know, anything.
Right.
Anything somebody need a feature to, yo, come perform. Yo, you want to do this DVD? You want to do a video? I'm with everything because I need to get myself out there.
Right.
So for new rappers coming up, this is why I tell you to do everything possible to get where you gotta go. Because at the end of the day, that dude you did a feature with, when nobody else would have did a feature with, might have popped off somewhere else.
Right.
He might have did it over here, overseas. He might be the man. And he's calling you up like, yo, I'm gonna call my man because he showed me love.
Right.
And that's what I get a lot of. You know, is a favor for a favor or just love. And they'll call me up, yo, I need you to open up for me. Word? Yeah. Yo, I got this joint for you. I got a feature set up for you. You know, I told him you was my man. So it was like, okay, bet, let's do it.
All right. Well, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Since you need videos done.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes and all that.
Oh,
I'm going to say, listen.
Let's get it.
Media Monster got you, homie.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? We going to do it.
Oh, man.
All right?
You
Bully,
see, why is it on camera? I love when the camera's on and they say it. So we can go back and rewind this.
D-Block Bully.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
All right, once again, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, man.
All right, love is love, man.
Love is
Hopefully
love. God
you
bless.
return again. All
yes.
right? And listen, people, remember, he's got 6 mixtapes coming out.
8
mixtapes coming out. So y'all got all the information, all his information, websites, Twitter.
Come to the car wash.
Everything.
Oh, come to D-Block Car
Tell
Wash.
about D-Block Car
Come
Wash.
to D-Block Car Wash, get your car wash. See Big Fonz. He's the OG. He got the DVDs and he got the CDs. Come get it. Or you can go to Yonkers Avenue, the hat store, the D-Block hat store. She got you right there. Got CDs and everything. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Once again, thanks for watching Media Monster TV.
Yeah.
We in the clubs, we in the streets.
I don't like violence, Tom. I'm a businessman. Blood is a big expense.
This street music, Bully gutter with it. Got A.K.A flow, I'm butter with it. Bang the razor off the hip.